right on time for the weekly update on what's brewing in the property market pot. From the hot and discounted deals, latest trends and future prospects, welcome to the Property Show, your home to all your real estate needs. Have you spotted a great looking image of a property and an even better looking price? Chances are that it's probably an off-plan sale. Today, we look at the benefits and risks of buying off-plan. What does this mean? Entering into a legally binding contract to purchase a property before it reaches the stage of final development and occupancy approval. In other words, you're buying a promise that the seller will complete the development in accordance with an agreed terms. More to come, a conversation with pest control specialists.
It is important to conduct a professional pest control exercise in any given property.
The accessory spot on how to revamp the bathroom area. And a step at a time is how to get onto the property ladder.
Don't wait for land in Runda. You need to start now.
Yes.
That's another recommendation I have, and a tip is start when you're young.
Stay tuned for this advice and much more ahead. Send your questions and comments on our Twitter and Facebook pages, and let's share. Let's get started. As always, there is something for everyone. We speak to one of the biggest developers in the sector, whose many projects have been featured on this show and are claimed for their out-of-the-box home concepts. Here is an overview of their projects, insights of buying off-plan and how it works, and what to look out for before signing the dotted line. Karibu sana on the show.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Give us an overview of all your projects.
Kings Developers is the flagship company of Royal Group of Companies, and we as the developers are one of the largest in Kenya in terms of developed square feet. We are also into all parallels of real estate, basically like offering premium residential projects. Then we have got commercial developments like Prism, which we are going to open very soon. Then we are also having in warehousing sector, and we also have developed business parks, which are already occupied and people are happy.
Which projects would you say these are our landmark projects?
So whatever we have developed are all landmark projects because we concentrate on quality development. That's our main focus line. Even if you see our tagline, it is like we try to give the best quality to the people and the clients who buy anything from us. So be it residential, be it commercial, we focus on the quality.
How has this journey been since 2008 up to date, and how has it evolved?
We started with the Mutama Heights, which was a residential project in Sokimau, and 4 years down the line we planned a strategy where we'll launch very high-end premium projects, and that was the Skyrock Apartments, which was fully furnished, which was a very new concept to the market. But we were very happy that we got a very good response, and as a record during off plan we almost sold 40% of the project. That's how then again we planned that we will only plan the most premium projects in residential, which was a start from Skyrock. Then we launched Rivera, which also we got a good response. Then we launched Distinction, which is again a sold out project, a landmark on its own, and Pearl Residency, which is again almost sold off. So we tried to tap the very premium segment by offering something which was not in the market at all, that is fully furnished apartments. Now you talk about commercial, I think so we have delivered Western Business Park, Crawford Business Park, and those were the best, a very unique design where customers were very conveniently very happy with the way it was laid and the way it was finished and delivered. Also, right now we are going to launch Prism Towers, which is a landmark on its own.
Prism Towers is a commercial space?
It's 100% commercial space. It is of 114 offices with world-class amenities like swimming pool, gym, restaurants, business center, then video conferencing room, and plus ample of car parks, plus high security, and very conveniently placed right in the center of Nairobi. We also ventured into industrial logistics, like delivering Royal Business Parks, where we have got almost 30 godowns of 10,500 square feet, and this was all almost leased out. This is what Kings delivers.
I know that you have sold most of your projects off-plan, yet we know buying property off-plan has its own challenges. How has that process been?
Off-plan projects is a bit challenging because Nairobi as a real estate market, for the people to understand, is yet to be developed and evolved. The concept of off-plan in a very developed country is more it's more established. People understand what they are buying, but here it is just like a new concept where people are trying to understand over the past 3-4 years. What I have noticed, like over the past 3-4 years, the entire market of Nairobi is changing, and off-plan projects have been launched more. So people are aware of the off-plan projects. It is very challenging to sell an off-plan project because there is nothing. It is actually a virtual content what you are trying to sell.
Just the location and the drawings.
Yes, the location and the drawings. So it makes it very complex for convincing a client about how, what exactly will be the benefit of an off-plan project. But yes, the customers have, over these 3-4 years, they have equipped themselves, and I think so people are now aware of what off-plan projects are and what is the benefits of this project. The most important benefit of any off-plan project is the price. Then also you can choose, like you are an early bird, you can choose your preferred apartment in the project, and also the pricing of course is an advantage, but then also the payment terms is also the biggest advantage, where a client can actually plan his own finances over a period of say 2 years or 2.5 years or 3 years when the project is due to be completed. So he gets a leverage of not putting in the entire money, but he gets the leverage of the time where he can now plan his finances.
Pay as the project progresses.
Yes. My final thoughts will be like people should go more for off-plan projects because it is really advantageous to the clients in terms of price and in terms of the payment terms. That's the most important thing for a client, and also at a price which is going to be appreciated when the project completes. So like Farini, if you ask me, it is almost like 65-70% sold. I've got 24 duplex, 24 apartments. Currently, I'm just having 2 duplex and 14 apartments.
Everything else is sold?
Everything else is sold, and it is just on the 3rd level.
Farini apartments are located in Kilimani off Owings Kodak Road, 5 minutes from Yaya Center and 10 minutes from the CBD. Schools in close proximity include Kilimani Primary School, Friends School and Kavina School. Hospitals within the vicinity include the Nairobi Women's Hospital and the Nairobi Hospital. The apartments are nestled in close proximity to malls, business centers, and also 5 minutes away from Kilimani Police Station. Farini Apartments is an exclusive residential development located in Kilimani. The project consists of 24 3-bedroom apartments and 24 4-bedroom duplexes, all en suite. This project has an ease of access to Hallingham, Gong Road, Lavington and City Centre. Accommodation features include fully furnished apartments, spacious lounge opening up to the balcony, separate dining area, open modular kitchen with quad stone platform, kitchen pantry, derby area, bathroom with Turkish accessories and Italian design sanitary ware. The salient features include intercom system, CCTV in common areas, perimeter wall with electric fencing, swimming pool, gym, 2 parking slots per unit, high-speed elevators, multi-purpose community hall, cabro surface driveways and parking bays, children's playground, borehole facility, solar water heaters, and backup generator for common areas.
As a trusted authority on matters property investment, King's developers continue to deliver not just high-quality projects, but on-the-clock deadlines too. Next, Cozy Haven, another off-plan project offering affordable and practical living solutions. This upcoming development of 3-bedroom apartments prides of a good location in a serene environment. Let's watch.
Cozy Haven is located along Kiambu Road in Thidigwa, 5 minutes from Bridgeways Mall and 600 meters from Kiambu Road. These apartments have close proximity to parks like Karura Forest, Paradise Lost, Evergreen Park, and Rock City. Hospitals in the vicinity include St. Teresa Hospital, Oasis Health Services, Aga Khan Hospital Ridgeways. Shopping facilities in close proximity include Chiata Mall and Kiambu Mall that also offer banking services.
Cozy Haven Apartments is an upcoming development in Dindigwa off Kiambu Road, comprising of 20 3-bedroomed all-en-suite apartments in 2 blocks. Cozy Haven Apartments comes with high-speed lifts. Each block has its own lift. There is a backup generator. There is a stone perimeter wall with electric fencing. There is ample water supply, both from the county and also from boreholes. We are talking about high-end finishes in all apartments. So those are some of the features that come with Cozy Haven Apartments. The apartments also come internet ready. There is CCTV coverage. There is a guardhouse on entry. The entry doors are strong enough and secure steel doors. And the area itself is a secure area. So in terms of security, that is well taken care of. If you look at the concept of Cozy Haven Apartments, we are talking about affordable and practical living. You will get an apartment that fits your needs without exaggerating. You don't find features that you do not necessarily need for day-to-day living. At the same time, we are not developing many apartments within the development. These are just 20 apartments, meaning that you get to live in a small, closed community as compared to other developers who are doing vast projects with so many houses, and it becomes a big community. And therefore, our focus is to have a small, serene, quiet environment that you enjoy living in. Our target market is investors looking to make a good return on their investment through capital gains. If you look at the off-sale price that we are giving of 8 million per apartment, it is highly discounted at 30% of the actual selling price of 12 million shillings, which is the price the apartments will be going for after they are completed. So investors seeking capital gains, investors looking for good rental income, the going rent for 3-bedroom apartments, not en suite, within the area is 50,000 a month. It's a growing area. The rents are rising. So you can imagine that by the time the apartments are ready, the rental income that you're likely to get from the property will be fairly good. The other market we are targeting is families looking for a nice place to live. You notice that all bedrooms are en suite, so there is the privacy that would come with such kind of living. They can also be used as furnished accommodation. The fact that they are all en suite, you can be able to host a number of people. You could charge them for the accommodation and they feel comfortable enough living in the apartments. If you'd like yours to be furnished, it can be furnished. Why you're coming in early as an off-plan buyer is you'll be able to tell us your preferences. You'll be able to tell us what kind of a kitchen you want. Do you prefer open plan or closed plan? Do you prefer certain finishes? So with that in mind, we can also say if you want yours to come furnished, you'll be able to get a furnished apartment with the kind of finishes that you're looking at. But at the price we are offering, they do not come furnished. The advantages of buying the property off plan is one, the capital gain that you're likely to get. Since you're getting this property at a highly discounted price. The second one is you get to choose your design and finishes, and we get to listen to your preferences early enough, and we factor them in the development right from the initial stages. So those are some of the advantages of getting this property off plan. Our payment model allows one for cash purchases, and for cash buyers they get to enjoy the highly discounted price of 8 million shillings. We also have a price of 8.5 million for installment buyers, and the installment buyers will be required to make a down payment of 30% before the commencement of the project. And during the development of the project, which is likely going to take about 15 months, they will have the opportunity to pay in installments. So at the moment, we are looking for investors who are looking to cash in on the discount. We are breaking ground in September 2018, and we expect to complete the project within 15 months, and therefore our projected completion date is March 2020.
Cozy Haven Apartments is an upcoming executive development comprising of 20 3-bedroom spacious apartments with a plinth area of 125 square meters. Accommodation features include spacious lounge area, spacious dining area, kitchen area, and spacious pantry, visitors cloakroom, 3 bedrooms all-en-suite with high-end ceramic floor tiles. Salient features include solar water heating systems, modern lifts with each of the 2 blocks, wide staircases to ease movements of furniture or emergency exits, DSTV infrastructure in all apartments, fiber optic internet access, ample parking space, both county and borehole water connection, automatic backup generator, CCTV cameras in all the common areas. The apartments are being sold off-plan at a highly discounted price with flexible payment plans.
Picture this. What would you do differently in your current house had you been involved in the construction process way before a brick was laid? Could it be the design of the home, finishes, tiles, or even wider windows? The biggest win when you consider buying off-plan is customizing your home. Last week, highlighted Sherry's Properties, another developer acclaimed for their out-of-the-box concept. Their latest brainchild, Royal Pearls, is a 2- and 3-bedroom apartments with quality, exceptional finishes. Let's take a look.
Royal Pearls is located in Syokimau, 20 kilometers from Nairobi CBD and 7 minutes from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Shopping centers in the area include Gateway Mall, Jambush Shopping Center and Twins Shopping Center with major banks represented. Schools in close proximity include Mount Sinai, CMI School, Notre Dame Primary School. Hospitals in the vicinity include the Aga Khan University Hospital in Syokimau. Hilton Inn Hotel is also in close proximity. Royal Pearls is located in Syokimau, 500 meters off Mombasa Road with access to the project already tarmacked. The development consists of 144 3-bedroom units and 140 2-bedroom units in a 3.5-acre piece of land. Accommodation features include spacious lounge area, 3 bedrooms all-en-suite and a DSQ with a plinth area of 1,692 square feet, 2 bedrooms all-en-suite with a plinth area of 1,313 square feet. Salient features include perimeter fence, Cabra paved driveways, ample parking space, swimming pool, gym, mini mart, children's play area, biodigester, backup generator, elevator and borehole.
Sherry's Properties, pride of developing quality homes, inspiring joy for living. Remember, in real estate, the early bird catches the best spot. Just call Sherry's Properties and book your unit today. Like any other investment that calls for attention to detail, off-plan property buying comes with benefits. 1, it gives you time to spread payments across the entire construction period. Secondly, you lock the purchase price from the onset, saving you from future market fluctuations as well as capital appreciation. Next, the accessory spot with tips on how to revamp the bathroom area.
Bathroom counter. On your counter, you can add luxe touches around your sink area. However, do not clutter your countertops. You can never go wrong with a decorative candle, and you don't have to worry about the flame. For the counter, you can also opt to include soap dispensers with a chic design. Do not limit yourself to the container the soap came in. For the bath, to create sumptuous touch in your bath area, you can include fresh, plush towels and bath mats. You can use neutral colors or you can choose to play around with color in order to add brightness to your bathroom. Be careful on the kind of material you opt to choose for your bath accessories. Ensure you select the kind that will hold up wash after wash. You can change the bath towels and rugs at least weekly to keep them looking fresh and plush. You can also incorporate the use of a shower caddy, which will give you a more organized look in your bath area. All the equipment you use in the bathroom can be placed in the caddy, and it is portable so you can find a different place to store it to avoid creating a mess in your bath area. For the bathroom storage. The vanity in the bathroom is the focal point of your room. It can be used to store various accessories that you use in your bathroom, hence the need to ensure that it remains clutter-free. To contain your cosmetics, hair care products and equipment, you can incorporate the use of a bathroom organizer. This is just meant to keep everything in place. Hampers are there to ensure that your dirty laundry is organized. The hamper can also serve as a place to store the towels if your vanity is full, and they come in various shapes, sizes and color, also providing a decorative aspect to your space.
Next, it's that time for some nuggets of wisdom on the expert segment. Getting rid of pests from a space can be a challenge, but not if you work with professionals. Let's hear more.
Riverside is actually a commercial cleaning company that also, specializes in other various fields, like cleaning, pest control, gardening and landscaping, sanitary bin services, and swimming pool maintenance services also. So in this case here, I think we are going to major so much on pest control fumigation for the benefit of our viewers. It is important to conduct a professional pest control exercise in any given property, actually, whether it is domestic, whether it is commercial. Number one, normally the benefits of pest control, you end up avoiding customer complaints because of the pests. Number two, you even end up avoiding damage to foodstuffs, to goods, to cartons, and so on. Because normally pests will end up now tending towards the cartons, the foodstuffs, and so on. You will end up also containing the contamination of food, or foodstuffs. Because normally the pests will invade your home, or your house actually, to look for food. You'll end up also avoiding, if it's in a commercial setting, legal proceedings. Because some clients will tend up to say, oh no, why have we seen this in our office, in our apartment, and so on. So eventually you'll end up avoiding the issues to do with, court proceedings and so on, because of the pests. Because normally, most people will now go to the landlord and say, it's your responsibility to do this. So it's actually the responsibility of the landlord now to go on and hire a professional pest control company to come in and hold that on behalf of the whole tenants. And normally in a commercial setup, we normally do it on quarterly basis. Okay? Because we normally measure on common areas only in a commercial setup, as in terms of, the staircases, all the washrooms, all the parking areas, if there are any basements, if you talk of probably if there are any balconies in that particular commercial setup, we also do them. We really don't measure into the offices inside the offices themselves unless given that permission to do so. But at least you should make sure if you have any commercial property, please make sure on quarterly basis you have a professional pest control provider who can be able to take care of the process each and after every quarter of the year. Normally we have 5 items that we deal with, that we normally control, either if it is on a residential property or a commercial property. And these 5 items, we normally call it a general pest control program. So this one includes cockroaches, flies, mosquitoes, sugar ants, and rodents. So those ones are the major ones that we normally deal with whenever we go to any property, because those are the common ones that are normally found there. Of course, we also have snakes and scorpions and weevils and so on, but those are not the common ones that you would find in any commercial setup or residential setup at any given time. So these 5 ones are the ones we normally control. We start from the parking areas, we go to the garbage skip area. In the garbage area, majorly we're actually controlling cockroaches and rodents, because you realize that that is the major meeting point where they come to look for food. So we really measure mostly on cockroaches and rodents when it comes to the garbage collection area. Again, when we go all the way to the manhole, that's the drainage system, because if you remember, the drainage system is actually the entry point of all the pests, common pests. When you talk of cockroaches, they normally use the drainage area. When you talk of the rodents, they normally use the drainage area. So it is important while carrying out this exercise, you also make sure that you go into the manholes, you open the manholes, you make sure that you also carry the exercise in all the manholes in that particular setup. So after doing that in the manholes, then you will be able to head all straight into the building. If it has some staircases, you also must do the staircases. If it has some balconies also, you must also do the balconies. If it has some washrooms inside, probably public washrooms, you also must do the washrooms. And then from there, you can also consider if there are some lifts inside, you can also do the lifts. The power ducts areas, you can also do them. Under the fire extinguisher areas also, make sure you also do them. All the skirtings in that particular building also, remember to do them while the exercise. Because what you're doing there right now will be now to control the common pests in that particular building. In a residential property, we normally advise for our clients to do it on a monthly basis. Reason being that most of the time you'll find food, they're actually using food most of the time. And when you bring in food, you're actually bringing in some eggs of some pests. Majorly, these are cockroaches, probably. You'll find that when you go to the supermarket and buy food from the supermarket, you'll carry in some few eggs from the supermarket and bring it into your home. So we normally advise in a residential setup, at least if it's possible, it should be done on a monthly basis because of the food. Yeah, but again, in a residential setup, the 5 items also normally occur. That is, when you are talking of common pests, major common pests. That is the cockroaches, the rodents, the sugar ants, the flies, and the mosquitoes. You'll normally find them also in a residential setup. So it's also important for you to probably go and seek a professional pest controller or professional pest control services to be able to be doing it at least on a monthly basis to be able to control that.
We now know the basement, flower beds, balcony area, manholes and the garbage areas are the breeding grounds for pests. We are taking a short break. Still ahead, Telkom with exciting postpaid products. Getting on the property ladder, a tried and tested perspective, and much, much more. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
We serve about 50,000 customers in our 52 centers nationwide. With the sensitive large data we handle every day, we've got to work with a partner that provides security for that data. The Telkom Enterprise provides the secure links to connect our Huduma centers, the ministries, departments and agencies with which we integrate to our data centers. Only Telkom Enterprise has the capability we need to provide efficient services countrywide. Telkom Enterprise puts the enter in enterprise.
Telkom Enterprise, enhancing business growth.
Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Next, Telkom. Telkom is moving with us, offering affordable and reliable postpaid services across the country. Christine gives us a breakdown of their services and how you too can get connected. Karibu sana on the show.
Thank you, Nancy.
Give us an overview of Telkom postpaid services.
Telkom has introduced a new service called Telkom Postpaid, and it's a service that has put all your needs into one basket and created bundles that are specifically made to meet your hectic data-driven life.
And who is your target market?
This service is targeted to 3 categories of people. We have an individual, that hustler in Nairobi who is looking for value for money. We have that person who is young and aspirational and their life is centered around data for school, for work, for biashara. this is a service for you. The other person is the SME. You have a small biashara, you're looking to grow it, and your needs are around data, quality data, reliable data, then Telkom Postpaid is for you. As a corporate, you want to give telephony services to your employees as a working tool or as a benefit, this service is for you. And it's because it's giving you 3 in 1. It gives you voice, data, and SMS all in one pack.
Wow. Break down the various packages and what each one has to offer.
We have 4 fantastic packs that come as a 3 in 1, offering voice, data, and SMS. We have a 1000 bob pack offering 5 GB of data, 300 minutes to call other networks, 3000 SMSs, and unlimited Telkom to Telkom calls. And then the 1500 pack, which gives you 10 GB, 500 minutes to call other networks, 3000 SMSs, and unlimited Telkom to Telkom calls. On the 2500 pack, which is our hero pack, it gives you 25 GB of data, 800 minutes to call other networks, 3000 SMSs, and unlimited Telkom to Telkom calls.
Gets better.
It gets better with everyone. And the best one, the biggest one, is our 5000 bob pack, giving you 50 GB of data, 2000 minutes to call other networks, 3000 SMSs, and unlimited Telkom to Telkom calls.
Christine, how does this work? Do I get notified when my benefits run out and when I run out of my data too?
This is a plug and play service. So as soon as you start using, once you get to 80% of usage, or either on your voice, on your data, or on your SMS, you will get a notification telling you you're at 80%. Also, you will get another notification when you've exhausted.
Wow.
Yes.
So you get notified along the way?
Along the way. And you can also check your balance on *200#. So along the way, before you get to the 80% threshold, you can always know at what point of the service you are in.
For those who are watching you and saying, my current provider, I'm happy with them, the service is good, why should they switch to your services?
It's really simple, Nancy, because I'm offering the best value for money at the same price. So if you look at what you're getting for, say, 1500 on any other competitor, I'm providing more data. I'm matching them on voice, on SMS, and topping up the data that they are giving to you today.
And we know that Telkom has evolved with new, affordable, and reliable products. How has this journey been?
It's actually been one of the most exciting journeys I've personally been on. And Telkom Postpaid is actually testimony to that. And this is because traditionally we have not been providing Telkom Postpaid services to individuals. But like I said earlier, now we are driving this to an individual, and we're saying for as low as 1,000 shillings, you can get a Telkom Postpaid service. We are making it accessible to the hustler guy. We are making it accessible to the SME and saying postpaid is not complicated. We are demystifying postpaid services and saying it's as simple as 3-in-1 package, giving you the best value for money in the market.
And how do I sign up?
Really simple. Visit any of our Telkom shops across the country, or get in touch with a key account manager if you already have an existing service with us, and they'll sign you up. And it's a matter of minutes and you're on board. And like I said, it's plug and play, so you get the SIM card and you enjoy.
Thank you so much for your insights. Give us your final thoughts.
I'd just like to encourage everyone who's watching at home that if you haven't tasted Telkom products, indeed you're missing out, because with Telkom, every bob does count.
Asante sana.
Thank you to Nancy for having me.
Indeed, at Telkom, every bob counts. Visit any of their outlets and get connected. Dubai is knocking. Are you looking to escape to your very own paradise? The developers are in town. Come and see what they have available from another world. Next, snippets of getting onto the property ladder from a tried and tested perspective. What would you advise somebody who is watching you today and saying,
Yes.
maybe because you've worked in the banks, maybe
Yeah.
because you had a head start by buying abroad, then
Yeah.
you had some more money,
Yeah.
and that's why you've managed to buy
Yeah.
a property.
Yeah.
What would you advise somebody at home watching you?
Actually, when I got my apartment, I was working in a bank, but I left that bank probably 2 months after I got my mortgage. That means my mortgage moved to the market rate. My interest rate almost doubled overnight.
I can imagine.
And you can imagine the shock. But that's why I'm saying it's important you take a mortgage or you get a loan, you get a property that you can sustain in the long term. I knew I was not going to work for a bank for the rest of my life. So I knew at some point my interest rate is going to be market rate and I'll be paying the 15-20% interest rate on my mortgage. So it's really important. I think the lesson there is, I think it's very easy to get loans.
Yes.
And sometimes it's like banks are throwing money at us. A friend of mine was telling me how the bank keeps calling her, offering a loan. It's so easy to accept that, but you need to make sure you can sustain that loan repayment. So again, I was very pragmatic, and that's one of the advice I would give. It might be easy to get a salary loan or a top-up or a mortgage, but it's important you get the amount of money that you can sustain. The second is you don't have to use a mortgage as your pathway to home ownership. You don't need to pursue a finished, complete house. At Kenya Bankers Association, where I work, we have research around home ownership, and we also have this house price index. So we track house prices, and we also track how people access home ownership. And I think there's a misperception that home ownership equals mortgage.
A big one.
A big one. Home ownership doesn't equal mortgage. Actually, you'll be surprised. Most Kenyans will save money, get a plot, save more money, work a foundation, save more money, the walls come up. Get a salary top-up, put the roof.
And get a SACCO loan?
Get a SACCO loan, you know, borrow from your chama, put the
Yes.
furniture in, put the
Yes.
pipes, you know, windows, burglar proofing and whatever.
Yes.
You pay as you go.
Yes.
So
And that's how a lot of people have acquired property in Kenya.
Yes.
Pay as you go.
You pay as you go. And I
Yes.
think that, is probably the number one way. Like you said, if somebody's watching and they might not have a steady income, they might not have a salary that they can borrow against,
Pay as you go.
just pay as you go. Save every month. Again, remember put yourself on a forced diet and just save money, save money, save money. Buy a plot of land where you can afford it. Don't wait for land in Runda.
It will come
Yes.
if you start now.
You need to start now.
Yes.
That's another recommendation I
Yes.
have, and a tip is start when you're young.
Yes.
My first home I got when I was in my 20s, and it was because I pooled resources. And I think when we're young, we think we can do it on our own.
It's not possible.
Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes you need to pull your friends, pull your siblings, and try to get a plot of land which maybe you can subdivide, and each of you might, take a piece and start building your home as you go.
For your property goals, visit First Avenue. We have properties across all price range. We also arrange private viewing. It's that time for other properties available in the market.
Located in the area of Acacia in Kitengela, Royal Finesse is an exceptional superior development in a modern gated community of 78 townhouses. The townhouses consist of 5 bedrooms all en suite with a detached servant quarters. Amenities include spacious lounge filled with natural light from the full-length windows with beautifully designed chandeliers, gypsum ceiling, fitted curtain rods and custom paste on the walls. Spacious dining with another beautiful chandelier provided, a fully fitted kitchen with granite countertops, cookers, a microwave and several cabinets, a spacious pantry area, adobe area, 5 bedrooms all en suite, 1 bedroom on the ground floor, 3 on the first floor, master ensuite bathroom with his and hers wash basins and a bathtub, walk-in his and hers closet in the master bedroom, and a spacious bonus room in the penthouse, also ensuite, that can be used as a TV room, balcony in the first and second floor. Other amenities include swimming pool, clubhouse, gym, basketball court, underground water reservoir, lush green well-manicured lawns with water recycling system to be used for watering plants, cobra-paved paths, backup generator, borehole, 2 parking slots per houses and an additional slot for visitors. Security features include CCTV cameras, perimeter wall with electric fencing. Pagani Park is a premium residential development on Pagani Road in Karen, developed by the Kenya Power Pension Fund. The property consists of 45 4- and 5-bedroom luxury townhouses set on individual half-acre plots. The development has been conceived as an English country estate in its design, layout and aesthetic. There are 3 house types to meet a diverse market and provide a village characteristic to the project. Accommodation features include spacious living room, separate dining room, family room, guest cloakroom, kitchen, separate pantry, study area, 4 and 5 all-ensuite bedrooms, master bedroom with bathroom, walk-in closets, Dobby area, DSQ and carport. Salient features include secure perimeter, 24-hour manned gatehouse, backup generators, on-site borehole, gym, clubhouse, swimming pool, cobra-paved driveways and street lighting.
Here at the Property Show, we work with professionals across the real estate value chain, from architects, contractors, engineers, interior designers, financial and legal experts. Whatever you need, we've got it. Visit our First Avenue offices and let's explore together. That's it for today, and thank you for watching the Property Show. Let me finish by saying there are 2 types of property buyers. 1, the first-time home buyer whose focus will likely be price point and location. The second is the investor whose yield will be top priority. Here at the Property Show, we understand the market dynamics and will work with you to unlock your property goals. Send your questions and comments on our Twitter and Facebook pages and let's engage. Till next week, as always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.